The other day while scrolling through my Facebook feed, I came across a post that read, "I am getting traffic over to my store, but people are not buying." And hey, these are the right set of people because they are coming from credible groups where my target audience hangs out and from targeted ads. But they're still not converting. What do I do about it? Where the hell am I going wrong? Now, the response of most experts out there to this would be put up some trust badges because they help evoke trust and optimize your checkout flow so that people can easily check out. Now, well, there's nothing wrong with these suggestions except for one thing which they completely miss. Now, if you think from a new visitor's perspective, when he lands on your store, well, he makes the decision whether he wants to bounce off or stay over way before he makes the decision whether he wants to make a purchase or not. So making a purchase comes much later in the funnel. The first question is, do I stay here? Is it for me? Am I the right place? He has all these questions which his countermind is constantly posing to him, and your job as a store owner is to make sure that you put these doubts to rest, to make sure that you allay his fears. I'm Tavleen Kaur, and in this video I'm going to share with you 3 bulletproof ways to allay your visitor's fears and make sure that he doesn't bounce off but he stays over and also make a purchase. The technique number 1 to amp up the trust quotient of your store is to put up a compelling Our Story page. Now, if you do not have an Our Story page in your e-commerce store, I am sure it's not because you haven't thought about it. This thought has crossed your mind a bajillion times. The reason why you don't have it is because your countermind has kicked in every time and said, hey, you don't really need an Our Story page. Think about this, Amazon doesn't have it, and guess what? You sell vapes or kids' clothing or grandma's jewelry. Who really cares about your story? Well, they're anyway not gonna read it, so might as well don't waste time over it. But the fact of the matter is that people still buy from people. And if you think about it from a new user's perspective who's just landed in your store, they're still trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And they do want to click on your story to find out what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing. Now, I get it. It can be a bit stressful to write the Our Story page, especially if you struggle with writing. So don't worry, here's where this framework comes to your rescue. Answer these 3 questions in the right order and you will have a compelling Our Story page ready before your eyes. Number 1, why do you do what you do? So basically, what problem you're trying to solve. Number 2, who's behind the brand? So a little bit about you. And finally, what do you believe? You could also go a step further and tell them where you're based to add some local flavors of your city to your story. I love this Our Story page from Brewdog. Martin and I were both of the industrially brewed lagers in stuffy alleys that dominated the UK beer market. Well, so this is the problem that they're trying to solve, or this is why they're doing what they're doing, right? And then they kind of delve deeper to talk about, we decided the best way to fix this undesirable predicament was to brew our own. And well, this is how it all began, right? And then they also talk about their biggest mission, which is what they believe in, right? So our biggest mission when we set up Brewdog was to make other people as passionate about great craft beer as we are. And this is still our biggest mission today. So this little paragraph here perfectly follows the framework and the story of Brewdog comes out beautifully. Well, the number 2 technique to amp up the trust quotient of your store is to ditch stock photography and use real photos of real people. Stock photography is long dead. Well, if you're using it, it shows that you really don't have pictures of real people using your products. And that is a big objection for anyone who is considering making a purchase from your store. So if you're selling t-shirts, you really want to show real people wearing your t-shirts and flaunting them. If you're selling mugs, you really want to show them in real environment, where they're kept on your customer's study table, or maybe it's in his hand or something like that, right? If you're selling planners and diaries, you really want to show used planners and diaries, colored and scribbled notes and all of that. The best part about pictures like these is that when people see your products in the hands of others, they're mirror neurons get activated, because of which they too feel an insatiable itch to have that product, to own it, right? And this is where you get to make a sale. So encourage people to share their pictures while using your products, and you can grab their Instagram shots or Facebook photos and feature them on the homepage of your store. This will significantly improve the trust quotient of your website. Now, obviously you will say, well, how do I get people to pose with my products? It seems like a big ask. And yes, it does. But there are a few ways that you can encourage people to send over photos or to post photos with your products. Well, you could give them the offer to get featured on your website, right? Number 2, you could offer them a chance to win a gift certificate. Or number 3, you could offer them a discount, a small token discount for their next purchase from your store. So use any of these 3 baits and get people to start posing and posting for you. Well, now you may be thinking that, you know what, I'm not selling anything as desirable. My products are really not lifestyle products. So it'll be very hard for me to encourage people to pose and post for me. I get it. But for that, I would like you to draw inspiration from Catco. Now, Catco is a company that sells knives. Could there be anything more boring than that? But they have made it a hell interesting of a deal. So they ask people to share their slice, and voila, you have people sharing their kitchen shots, sharing their food along with a knife kept right there. And they also share moments in the kitchen, right, where they're chopping veggies with a knife in the picture. So that makes it really engaging and also very interesting. So go ahead and copy that with class. Now my technique number 3 is by far the most powerful one, and I'll tell you why. It's because it is deeply rooted in buyer psychology. Now, when someone makes a purchase, they actually experience a sense of pain. And in psychology, this is also called loss aversion. People hate to make a loss, and parting with money is actually that kind of a loss. And definitely it comes with pain. And there is one powerful technique that you can use to pacify this pain, which is to put up a rock solid, credible guarantee in your store. When your shoppers see that you stand by your products and are willing to even offer them a refund if there is a need, well, their trust in you multiplies. Well, to show you how you can give powerful guarantees for your products in your store, I'd like to take you to mancrates.com. Well, they've called their guarantee high 5 guarantee so that it stands out and people do take notice of what it is. So they say it's pretty simple really. We think our products are awesome and we guarantee you will too. If you're unhappy with your purchase or experience for any reason, we'll make it right and give you the kind of service you will want to high five us for. They also have this video here where they actually show you what high five guarantee really is. Now here's a perfect example from NutraBay. So basically this is a WooCommerce store which uses sales triggers by XLPlugins. As you can notice, it tells you how much you're saving, it tells you if the product is in stock or not, and then to minimize the risk of prospects, it is actually using something which is called guarantee trigger. Now they're giving guarantee in this box here, right? So it says sold and fulfilled by, and then you have the proper private limited company written here. It's an authorized brand. Then it says fast shipping, so it gives you the average time. So you can place the order now, you will get it within 1 to 3 days, right, within Delhi NCR, or 2 to 5 days all over India depending on your location, and the delivery is absolutely free, right? Then it tells you that these are genuine products, they are far from expiry. It also in addition gives you some offers. So basically what it is trying to do is that it is trying to minimize the risk of the shoppers. So this is another way of allaying your prospects' fears and assuring them that they will get a quality product. It will be delivered to them, the physical product will be delivered to them, and their money is in safe hands. Well, so what this rock solid bulletproof guarantee does to the human mind is that it tells it that these people are credible, they are worth trusting, they're not sitting here to take my money away, they're not sitting here to rip me off. Job done, mission accomplished. So those are my 3 powerful techniques to amp up the credibility quotient of your store. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Also leave me a comment telling me that which was your major takeaway and which of these 3 techniques you cannot wait to apply in your store. I'd be happy to read your comments. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.